The Porsche 911 RSR 3.8 is one of the most iconic machines ever created, a car that holds legendary status among enthusiasts and collectors alike. When people talk about the golden era of motorsport and the finest examples of engineering brilliance, the RSR 3.8 often stands at the top of the list. Now imagine taking on a restoration project that not only revives such a masterpiece but also customizes it with modern touches while respecting its heritage. That's what makes a custom Porsche 911 RSR 3.8 project so special. It is not just a mechanical restoration, but a journey into history, design, performance, and passion. Projects like this, such as the one by Strott, remind us why car culture is more than transportation, it is art on wheels. The story of the RSR 3.8 begins in the early 1990s when Porsche needed a competitive machine for GT racing. Built as a homologation special, only a handful of these cars were produced, making them incredibly rare and valuable today. The 3.8-liter flat-six engine, tuned for racing, produced raw and intoxicating power that sent shivers down the spine of anyone lucky enough to sit behind the wheel. With wide fenders, aggressive aerodynamics, and a no-nonsense attitude, the RSR became an icon on both the road and track. To restore one is to preserve history, but a custom build allows new creativity, giving the car a rebirth that bridges classic racing spirit with today's performance demands. A custom RSR restoration project starts with finding the right base car. Typically, builders begin with a 911 chassis from the early 1990s, often a 964, since it provides the perfect foundation. The body is stripped down completely, sandblasted, and meticulously examined for any rust, damage, or imperfections. This is a slow process, but it's necessary because a proper restoration is only as good as the foundation it's built upon. Once the bare shell is ready, the transformation begins. Wide-body panels are fitted to give the car that muscular RSR stance. Lightweight materials such as fiberglass or carbon fiber are often used, not only for authenticity but also to improve performance. Every curve, vent, and flare is carefully recreated to honor the legendary design. The heart of the build, of course, lies in the engine. The 3.8-liter flat-six is more than just an engine, it is the soul of the car. Restorers either rebuild an original engine or create a modernized version that stays true to the spirit of the RSR. High-compression pistons, upgraded camshafts, racing headers, and free-flow exhausts give the motor a menacing tone and thrilling performance. Builders often target 350 to 400 horsepower, which may not sound extreme by today's standards but feels wild in a lightweight chassis with no unnecessary electronics. Paired with a close-ratio manual gearbox, the driving experience is raw, mechanical, and deeply engaging. Suspension and braking upgrades are just as critical. The original RSR was designed for racing, so a modern custom project enhances handling with coil-over setups, adjustable geometry, and upgraded sway bars. Massive brakes with ventilated discs and multi-piston calipers ensure that the car stops as well as it accelerates. Every component is chosen to balance power with control, making the car equally at home on twisty mountain roads or at a racetrack. Wheels and tires are also carefully selected, often period-correct Fuchs-style alloys wrapped in high-performance rubber, maintaining that authentic Porsche look while ensuring modern grip. Inside the cabin, the focus is on lightweight simplicity. The RSR was never about luxury, it was a stripped-down racing machine. Restorers typically remove heavy soundproofing and replace it with minimal carpet or bare metal. Lightweight racing seats, harnesses, and a roll cage reinforce the motorsport vibe. Yet, some custom builds add subtle modern comforts, such as improved gauges, hidden audio systems, or air conditioning, making the car more usable without spoiling its DNA. The craftsmanship inside is just as meticulous as the exterior. Every stitch, every dial, every surface is finished to perfection, creating a cockpit that feels both vintage and timeless. Strott's approach to projects like the Porsche 911 RSR 3.8 blends heritage with individuality. They are known for pushing boundaries in design while respecting Porsche's legendary DNA. Each car they build is unique, reflecting the owner's personality and preferences. For example, paintwork is often a centerpiece of customization. Some clients prefer original racing liveries that pay tribute to motorsport history, while others opt for bold, one-off colors that make the car stand out as a modern piece of art. The paint is applied with surgical precision, often involving multiple layers of clear coat to achieve a flawless finish that glows under sunlight. What makes such projects even more fascinating is the emotional journey behind them. A restoration like this is not just about reviving metal and rubber, it's about preserving memories and creating new ones. Many owners grew up idolizing the RSR, seeing it in magazines or on racetracks, and now they finally get to live that dream. The process is long and challenging, often taking months or even years, but the end result is nothing short of breathtaking. When the engine fires up for the first time after the rebuild, it's more than just a sound, it's history coming alive. From a collector's standpoint, a custom 911 RSR 3.8 is an investment as well. Original factory RSRs are nearly impossible to find and can fetch millions at auction. A well-executed custom project offers a way to experience that same thrill without sacrificing drivability or personalization. It's a way of bringing the spirit of the RSR into the modern world while keeping the price at a somewhat more attainable level. These builds are not replicas in the cheap sense, they are tributes, crafted with passion, precision, and respect for Porsche's heritage. Driving a custom Porsche 911 RSR 3.8 is an experience that words can barely capture. The way the car feels alive, the way it responds to every input, the symphony of the flat six screaming behind you, it's an assault on the senses. There's no traction control, no driver aids, no filters between you and the machine. Every drive feels like a special event, whether it's a spirited blast on a country road or a day at the racetrack. This raw connection is something modern supercars, with all their electronics, can't always replicate. That's why enthusiasts chase after these projects, they want the purity of driving in its truest form. At the end of the day, the custom Porsche 911 RSR 3.8 project by Strut is more than just a car restoration. It is a celebration of motorsport history, engineering excellence, and human passion. It shows what happens when craftsmanship meets obsession, when tradition meets innovation. For those who love cars, watching a bare shell transform into a roaring, road-ready icon is a reminder of why we fell in love with machines in the first place. So when you see this RSR project come to life, remember that you are not just looking at metal, wheels, and rubber, you are witnessing a story, a legacy, and a dream realized. And if you share that passion for classic cars, restorations, and the culture of driving, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be part of this journey. Because every project like this is not just about the destination, it's about the road traveled to get there, one wrench turn, one weld, and one heartbeat at a time. Do you want me to also add SEO-rich title, description, and hashtags for this video so it ranks higher on YouTube search?